Hi there, welcome to Life with Andy, where we discuss life and the lessons learned along the way. Today, I'm feeling so much better than I have been in the last 2 weeks because I have been recovering from tonsil surgery, which, while painful, has been amazing to see the benefits of that. I can now breathe so much better, but I'm still getting used to how my mouth feels, still a little bit sore, so hopefully this doesn't sound too strange compared to my other videos, but we'll give it a go. So today what I want to talk about is the frustration and the joy that can come from learning something new or pursuing something new. Now, for me, as many of you know, I have been learning a second language, learning Korean, and especially as a beginner, I'm finding there's so many of these moments of frustration matched with these moments of pure joy. So I might be looking at something in my textbook and just be completely lost, or I might hear someone say something and I know I've studied that exact thing and then I forget. But there also might be another time where I'm listening to a song and just out of nowhere something clicks and it's just so exciting. Or I'm reading my textbook and something that's been frustrating me for so long finally clicks and makes sense. And that feeling of pure joy is the absolute best and one of the reasons why I love learning and growing as a person. But it's important to remember when learning, especially as we go from the beginner stages to intermediate to advanced or expert stages, that the amount of effort that we're required to put in to progress is growing exponentially, or we require a lot more effort and possibly have to face a lot more frustration to get to that point of progress or joy. So that's why it's really important to, it's important to celebrate the joy that comes from learning, but it's important to not fall in love with the result. So whether it's say whether it's learning to play a song, while that feels great, or learning a particular phrase, while those are important and good to celebrate, for me, and it's something I struggle to do, but for me, it's learning to appreciate and find joy in the process, the joy in what I'm learning as I'm facing that frustration, joy in, how do I say this? I guess joy in overcoming myself. Yeah, that's a great way to put it. I feel like learning is something where I'm continually overcoming myself, where the person who I am is being confronted with this ideal of who I would like to become, and I've learned to enjoy that stretching. It's not always easy, often frustrating, but it's something to work towards. So I encourage you, when you're in the process of learning something new, my takeaway is simple. Celebrate the joys that come with learning, as it's important, as often they can sustain you when you face those frustrations in the future. But also, don't view frustration as something that is stopping you, but instead view frustration as an opportunity to grow, and I guess a realization that you're not being complacent in who you are, but it's something that's developing your character. But also, I've found that when I face more frustration in the learning process, that the benefits of myself and my character are amazing, but also the reward that comes at the end of it is so worth it. Now, for me, it's maybe it's a bit silly, but as a musician, I find I often go through periods of growth and then stagnation, or sometimes I find when I'm even stagnating, I'm actually declining in my ability as a musician. And recently, I thought with my guitar playing, I haven't been progressing. I've been I guess I've been quite complacent in learning new material. I've been intentional in working on technique, and while those things are great, I've found that in terms of, I guess, songs to play or riffs to play, often I don't view myself as a soloist or a lead guitarist. I quite enjoy, maybe it's my nature as a former bass player, but someone who sets foundation or providing a place for someone else to, go hard, and I just really enjoy being part of that process. But I decided to stretch myself and to try learn a guitar solo of a song that I really liked, and it's amazing how frustrating that process was for me, because I did it by ear, so just listening to this riff over and over, slowing it down on YouTube just to make sure I'm hearing some of the detail of what's happening, and it was so incredibly frustrating listening to this one particular section over and over, and I just couldn't get it. But after a lot of practice, I was able to play the riff. Now, I still need to do more work to refine it and be able to play it right every single time. But just the joy I got from being able to play that from start to finish right for the first time, next level good. And it reminded me of why I love being a musician. And frustration and joy when learning something is a great way of reminding us that we're human, but also of reminding us about what we find love and joy in. So I hope this video plucks your curiosity about learning, but also I hope that it encourages you to push through those times of frustration when learning and to find joy in the process. Peace!